Hi, everyone. Hope your weekend went well. So this week you'll be submitting your final draft of the Project 1 and also completing our very short Module 3 and getting started with Module 4. So a lot going on this week. So first, to start out this week, today, Monday, you should finish any polishing of Project 1 and then submit your final draft on Canvas by tonight. Now, this, of course, is one of those rare occasions when we'll be having something due on a Monday, so do let me know if that causes any difficulties. And remember to include both components of the project in your final submission. So first, of course, is the visual component. That's the poster or advertisement you created. And second is the written component, the memo in which you're explaining your design choices. So, of course, the more details are in the project instructions, but the project is not complete unless both elements are included. So if you do have any questions about your project as you finish it up, make sure you do let me know. So then once you finish with your first project, you'll need to move on to Module 3, Research and Workplace Writing. So this is a shorter module, which not only will prepare you for what comes next in our class after Module 3, but also it will be addressing some important concepts on research that are very applicable to workplace settings. So for Tuesday, we'll start with my notes for you to consider about research and evaluating sources, followed by some class readings about that. And as you go through the course readings, consider not only how these apply to research that you do in this class and other classes, but also how they can apply to research that you might have to do in workplace settings. So then once you complete those readings, we have a quiz on evaluating sources due on Tuesday night, and our readings discuss the CRAP test for evaluating sources, CRAAP, so that the quiz will be especially focused on that. So then also on Tuesday, we have a discussion activity in which you'll get a chance to practice evaluating sources. And I have 3 websites listed on that discussion instructions for you to examine and then evaluate, applying the test for evaluating sources. So for that discussion activity, you'll practice memo formatting again, preparing your discussion post as a memo to your classmates. Then, of course, you'll need to respond to classmates by Wednesday night. So then on Thursday, we'll consider primary research and how that differs from secondary research. And perhaps you've heard of those before, perhaps not. But with that in mind, I do have a few notes on Canvas, followed by a couple of short readings relating to primary and secondary research. And after you read through those, you'll need to complete a short quiz by Thursday night, which focuses on primary and secondary research. So looking ahead, of course, our next project is a guide to writing and communication in your profession. And this will involve considerable research. And so many of the assignments and resources in Module 4 will be meant for you to, are meant to help you with that research as you gather information about writing and communication that's involved in a profession that you choose to focus on. So this assignment is an important part of how you can tailor the course toward your own career goals, since you'll get to focus on communication practices in a profession that you are interested in. So as you start Module 4 on Thursday, you should first read the instructions for the project and make sure you have a good understanding of what we'll be working towards next. And once you read those instructions, I have a very short quiz, multiple choice, about the instructions to make sure you at least understand some of those key requirements. So then on Thursday, we'll also have a discussion activity in which you'll do some preliminary research about the profession that you're interested in and what kinds of writing and communication are involved in that profession. So for this discussion, you'll need to do a little bit of preliminary research and cite at least one source. So I do have some more details about that on Canvas. So that's a lot to go through this week. So as you finish Project 1, then work on Module 3 and get started with Module 4, all of that this week, make sure you do let me know if you have any difficulties or questions.